Mercedes Bates is one of the most important women to graduate from Oregon State University. She is credited with helping make Betty Crocker a household name. Known affectionately by generations of Oregon Staters as Betty Crocker, Bates was the head of the world-famous Betty Crocker Kitchens at General Mills starting in 1964. 2 years later, she became the company's first-ever female corporate officer. Though Bates did not create the Betty Crocker name and fictional character, under her leadership, Betty Crocker became a household name, synonymous with quality, convenience, and family-friendly recipes. Bates' innovative ideas and commitment to excellence helped to solidify Betty Crocker's position as a leading brand in the food industry. It was under Bates' direction that the persona of the Betty Crocker character flourished, changing from advertising symbol to American cultural icon. In 1945, Fortune magazine named Betty Crocker the second most popular woman in America. Eleanor Roosevelt was named first. While a student at Oregon State University, Mercedes Bates was a member of the Delta Zeta sorority. For over 120 years, Delta Zeta has impacted the lives of over 300,000 alumni and collegiate members. And as the flame passes from one generation to the next, their story continues to be one of resilience, friendship, and the power of a shared vision. The Delta Zeta House at Oregon State University was designed by John Bennest. He designed more than 35 buildings on the Oregon State University campus in Corvallis, Oregon. The Betty Crocker character was created in 1921, following a unique gold medal flower promotion featured in the Saturday Evening Post. The ad asked consumers to complete a jigsaw puzzle and mail it to the then Washburn Crosby Company, later General Mills, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. In return, they would receive a pincushion shaped like a bag of flour. Along with 30,000 completed puzzles came several hundred letters with cooking-related questions. Realizing that housewives would want advice from a fellow woman, the company's advertising department convinced its board of directors to create a personality that the women answering the letters could all use in their replies. The name Betty was selected because it was viewed as a cheery, all-American name. It was paired with the last name Crocker, in honor of William Crocker, a Washburn Crosby Company director. The portrait of Betty Crocker was first commissioned in 1936. It has been updated 7 times since her creation, reflecting changes in fashion and hairstyles. Described as an American cultural icon, the image of Betty Crocker has endured several generations, adapting to changing social, political, and economic currents. Mercedes Bates played a pivotal role in the evolution of the iconic Betty Crocker brand. First, she reinvented Betty Crocker. Bates recognized that the Betty Crocker character needed a modern update to resonate with changing consumer preferences. Under her leadership, Betty Crocker was transformed from a traditional homemaker to a relatable and approachable figure who represented the busy lifestyles of modern women. Second, she focused on convenience. Bates understood the growing demand for convenient food products. She championed the development of new Betty Crocker products that were easy to prepare and delicious, such as boxed cake mixes and frozen dinners. Third, she emphasized family. Bates believed that food was a central part of family life. She ensured that Betty Crocker products were designed to appeal to families of all sizes and backgrounds, promoting the idea of home-cooked meals and togetherness. And fourth, she had a customer-centric approach. Bates had a deep understanding of consumer needs and preferences. She used market research to identify trends and gaps in the market, ensuring that Betty Crocker products met the evolving demands of consumers. Bates' leadership and vision transformed Betty Crocker into a beloved and enduring brand. Mercedes Bates' commitment to families continued after her retirement in 1983. She donated $3 million to Oregon State University in the early 1990s, helping establish a nationally renowned Bates Family Study Center on campus. At that time, it was the largest one-time donation ever made to Oregon State University. The Oregon State University Child Development Center, also known as Bates Hall, is dedicated to discovering and communicating knowledge that contributes to the optimal development and well-being of young children and their families. This facility offers Head Start and preschool programs, plus programs for parents. The center opened in 1992. Oregon State University has honored Bates with its Distinguished Service Award and Distinguished Alumni Award. Bates was a pioneer who had a real strength of character, was an advocate for applying scientific research to meet family needs, and had very high standards for presentation of food. as well as nutrition. She was years ahead of her time. She became a pioneer in the corporate world, breaking barriers for women in leadership positions. Her success paved the way for other women to pursue careers in traditionally male-dominated fields. Bates' legacy continues to inspire future generations. Next time you're visiting Oregon State University, take a moment to visit Bates Hall and appreciate the stories it holds.